All right, y'all. So decided to give y'all, a little bit longer look into the day in the life of a real estate developer. Right now we're currently building somewhere upwards of about 20, 25 million worth of development that transitions to about 17 homes or so. And on any given day, some shit could go down, so we got to be ready for it. So about to give y'all a little bit of further look inside. I know a lot of y'all probably follow me on Instagram. Y'all get to get the bite-sized short form content, which is good, but I know some of y'all want to get all your questions answered. So right now, this is our 8-build project. Just to give y'all a little background history, this project is about 2 years or so in the making. The money is in the follow-up, so we had to follow up with this lead, be patient. He had tenants in this property, so it took about a year or so in order to contract the property, another few months to close on the land, and then another few months to get it permitted and then start on construction. So we started on construction back in December of 2024. Now it's August of 25, and we are at the tail end of this project. Right now, we are finishing up our light trim outs. So getting all of our lights in. After that, we'll be moving on to HVAC and our final paint. Isaac had to get us a new lens. We then got to the rooftop, bright as hell out here. But yeah, like I was saying, we're finishing up our trim outs. We're in the middle of electrical. Later on in this video, I'll go through some of the logistical nightmares that we've been through with this project, because trying to make sure lights are put in the correct spot for 8 units while communicating with people that speak Spanish and you speak English can sometimes lead to mistakes. But yeah, I mean, this is the rooftop. This is one of the main selling points of the project. We got the hot tubs here. As y'all can see, y'all can kind of see a sneak peek of the other units right now. We got a hot tub here. What's a rooftop without a hot tub, It's hot outside right now, but Nashville has a very, very brutal winter. So these will be used and utilized, and at the same time, you get to, kick it in the hot tub, chill, party, and then you get to see the skyline view. You feel me? You get to see the new Titan Stadium getting built, the Batman building, and then a lot of people don't know this, but Nashville is pretty much building an entire new downtown right here. So long term, man, these properties are gonna continue to appreciate and continue to bring value. So I'm excited to wrap this up, man. A lot of learning lessons. But like I was saying, we finishing up our trim outs. Once we finish electric, right here, as you can see the shower heads, that's a plumbing trim out. Then we usually move on to electrical. So we got my guy right here, what's good, dog? So he putting together the lights. Sometimes it can be very tedious, especially Wisconsin's, because y'all can't really see it, but we got a piece of lumber, 2x4 right here. So sometimes, you got to work around that to make sure the lights are all centered, but appreciate you, bro. La Viva Mexico. La Viva Mexico. See. Gotta appreciate the subs, man. We would not be able to do this if it was not for our subcontractors, if it was not for my amigos, man. Shout out to my amigos, because there's few people that are willing to do this job this well. Look at this. We still gotta get light bulbs, but I mean, look at these lights, man. These are Airbnbs. We wanted these homes to have a luxury designer feel, so we went with sconces. Sconces allow you to showcase, just an aesthetically more pleasing design. So different colors all throughout. We're also gonna be fully furnishing these units. So a fully turnkey Airbnb project, one of the most prime spots of Nashville. These units are bringing consistent cash flow. It's pretty much like buying a business. So right now we're in the kitchen, living room area. So as we transition to the outside, we got a lot of exterior work going on, finishing up our grading. Actually got the stormwater inspector out here. From experience, bro, with building, as fast as we want to go, you got to slow down sometimes, because in order to sell these properties, I got to get my final sign-offs, I got to, deal with city inspectors, and I got to make sure that these driveways, the street paving, the alleys, the ditches, the water drainage, all that is correct, because they have the power to stop me from selling the property. So what I like to do is, before I finish up everything on the grading, everything that I know needs to be inspected by the city, I like to call out the inspector, make sure we're on the same page. My project manager, he's out here now. We're about to meet with the inspector, go over pretty much just like our pre-inspection. This is like studying for the test, because Now he's gonna let us know exactly what we need to do in order to get our sign off. And that way we have a meeting of the minds. We do this one time. You know, I've had, situations where, like, for example, this driveway I'm standing on, you can see we have it going across a ditch. So that pipe right there is a RCP pipe. It's a concrete pipe, and pretty much the purpose of it is to allow water to flow through the ditch. At one point, the city lets you put a corrugated metal pipe, different than concrete, underneath the ditch. But somewhere through the mix, they changed the rules. I had a previous project where we was not aware of that, and my guys installed a corrugated metal pipe, and when it came for our inspection, we failed it, and we had to rip up the driveway and replace it with an RCP pipe. That costed me about $3,500 in real money, but also it costed me time. So whenever you count how much money I spent in labor and material and the time I wasted, it probably is like a $5,500 cost mistake. You know what I mean? Imagine if you make a $5,500 mistake 5 to 10 times on your project, you could piss away 50 grand. So although there's a lot of margin in these deals, and that, yes, there is some room for error, you still gotta understand you can't be careless, because you could piss away 50 to 100,000 very quickly. Always remember, $1 saved is $1 earned here, y'all. Is that what you, boss? I appreciate you pulling up on me, bro. We got all our French drains out back, and we got them going way out back, so I think we good with all that. Yeah, I think that might be our riprap.
Take it from there. But
all right.
DRC gotta be recorded.
I'm familiar with it. I did them before.
Yeah, just put it in.
Sometimes these deliveries could be a logistical nightmare. This is why we hit them weights. You never know. So right now we're getting some riprap rock delivered. Like I just mentioned, I had the stormwater inspector pull up. I had some questions about the ditch. He let me know what he wants it to look like for us to be on the same page. We go put that riprap rock in there, define our ditch, and then we go get that stormwater sign off, man. So right now, a big push with these properties, it's a lot of moving pieces at the same time. So we're finishing the actual construction, but also trying to get our final sign-offs as if we're completely done at the same time, because we know how long that process could be of getting the final sign-off. So although we're not finished with the house, there's certain parts of construction that's ready for final sign-offs, like water, we're ready for our final sign-off, that's called in. Electrical, once we finish these lights, we could get our final. Exterior-wise, we could get our NDOT final. That's basically everything with the streets. Nashville Department of Transportation. I met the inspector out here yesterday, and he outlined how he wants me to pave the streets. But basically, this week, I've been meeting a series of inspectors, because it's not just one that I deal with. Although I want it to be just one, it's not. So our goal is to get those sign-offs in line with finishing the home, to where we're getting our UNO pretty much within days of us completing everything in construction, which is pretty much our final go-ahead to sell the property, close on it, get the fuck out of here and make our money, so. If you want to build houses and block out traffic, if you want to build houses, almost get hit by cars, block out traffic, and hit power lines on mistake, comment build on this post. Let there be rocks. It looked like the same shit we had. It looked bigger though. That's a full load?
That's a half ton. Full of 20 tons.
That's 12 tons?
Yeah, 12 tons.
All right. So he want us to smooth that ditch all the way out, like smooth that shit out, and then he want us to staple the little felt shit into there, put the riffraff down, and then staple seed and straw on top of the riffraff.
Okay, so we need to clean it out a lot.
Yeah, it need to be cleaned out even more,
Right.
which they doing that now, but it needs to be cleaned all the way out. Like basically, we just gotta clean it out as much as we can.
Yeah, you already talked to Lloyd about it?
Yeah, but we gotta talk to them more.
Yeah.
Cause look, they already got shit all up in that pipe. But like this one is the most clean.
Yeah, I mean, that pipe's probably like that from the water the other day.
It wasn't like that yesterday. I think they just did that on mistake.
In the pipe, you think this happened?
Oh no, never mind.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
that
in the
was-
pipe, I think it's
yeah.
from the storm.
But we need all of the ditches like this.
I mean, would you call this clean?
It's clean enough. Shit,
Yeah, I
we
would call
gotta-
this clean.
Yeah. And then we put the felt down and then put the rock on top.
Yeah.
But we need all of them clean like this. Like these.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the example.
Getting it in for us. So our landscapers hit our water line. So that little blue line that you see right there, that's how we get water to our houses. Our landscapers, you know, they were digging, they hit the water line, and now my guy out here is on an emergency fix, so we getting that fixed. You can see all the water. So, you know, these things can happen on projects. We just gotta learn how to, you know, keep it pushing as much as we can. So you can see that water right there. All that is from, you know, whenever that pipe bursts, you know, that water is just running for periods of time. So got a whole lot going on under the ground over here. You can see that's our main pedestal base for our electricity. You can see those little tubes going into the ground. There's electrical pipes running all under the ground. So if something happens to one of those pipes underground, you gotta rip all this up in order to get there, identify the problem, and fix it. So we gotta make sure we're very careful after we lay our utilities and infrastructure to make sure we don't break it as much as we can, but it happened right here.
Yeah, we've got 10 units going on active right now and 4 more that just started. So there's 14 units getting built in East Nashville right now, plus 1 more in Westmead and the second one started in Westmead. But some of them, like this is 8 of the units. We got a 2 build up the street, that's 2 more.
Yeah.
Some of them are double builds, 3 or 4 builds, but for the most part, we've got 15 active, about to be 16.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
All but 1 are currently in East Nashville.
This man right here managing everything, every single house. We got multiple hands on deck, man. So I think one of the biggest, biggest things that helps us continue to move efficient is not just me, not just one person. We got project managers, we got project coordinators, we got, assistants, people, a lot of hands, a lot of what they say is a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
It take a city to build a damn block. I'll tell you that. When you think about how many people that have been through these houses, how many people y'all think been through these houses since we started this shit?
Different people, yeah.
Different people.
300-400 different people.
Yeah.
I mean, plenty of days we've got 60 guys on site working.
Yeah.
And that's just,
And then that's just one site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between everything else, there's plenty of busy days where we got 100 people working.
Yeah. It's hot too.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's like, it gotta be 100 right now. I mean, you can see me glistening right
It's
now.
got to be 100 with the heat.
94.
You know,
It's 90, yeah.
even with the heat, that's probably the fastest period of time in the year to build.
Yeah, for sure.
Why you think that?
Everything dries quick.
Yeah.
There's not, I mean, the heat slows you down in the afternoon, but there's no big weather delays. I mean, we get plenty of thunderstorms and summer showers, but it's not like spring or winter where you might lose a week to off and on rain. I mean, in the winter, when we started framing these, we were losing we lost combined more than a couple weeks because it was so cold that nail guns wouldn't work. Tools aren't operating when it's
Well, yeah,
0
like, I
degrees.
mean, these 4, we pretty much started like 30 days after the others because, like Carter was saying, it was like a bad timing, like we was digging footers and it snowed. So cold weather and digging into the ground, any type of excavating work does not mix with cold weather, So when you think about dealing with concrete foundation, cold weather does not, work hand in hand with that because it can make the concrete brittle, can make it crack.
Dirt like concrete.
Yeah, dirt like concrete, and it cracks, and that's an issue, So instead of trying to work through it, we just gotta stay patient in times like that. And whenever we have these hot days, we can't take them for granted, even though we have a love-hate relationship with 100-degree weather in construction. Jared, these 4 are done.
They're done?
Yeah, these are done.
Good. Just need them
So
up there to make sure they're done.
basically, y'all, we getting ready for our water meter inspections, our final sign-offs of water. One of the rules, and you could get that, this water box has to be like clear of all debris. These have been installed here for months, and we came in and did our grading and landscaping, so it's pretty hard to not get them dirty and stuff like that. So our guys out here, they just got it cleaned up. We wait to hook our water up until the end because sometimes whenever you hook the water up prematurely, somebody will leave a sink or something running, and then next thing you know, you got a flooded house. Right. So we always keep a temp meter, and whenever we're ready for our finals and stuff like that, we come and hook the water up to the houses so we can get that final sign off. So, I mean, at the end of the day, whenever mistakes like this happen, most of the time it comes out your pocket as the owner, Even though I didn't hit this water line, even though my team didn't hit the water line, who else is gonna do it, So sometimes we could pinpoint a problem on somebody and they have to eat that cost, but most of the time, we eat this cost, and ultimately I eat this cost as the owner of this thing because it benefits me to keep moving forward, not argue with somebody over pennies, Most of these issues should not be a deal breaker on the project, but at the same time, we're not just careless about it. There's some guys that they have way more issues and mistakes that cost them money that I would not like to have on my projects. So, if y'all found any value in this video, please like, share, subscribe. But more importantly, for anybody that's watching this as part of my community at Triple M, lean in, man, keep pushing. These things happen, like this water meter, like this issue and things like that. But trust that you got a team like us that's making sure that everything good for you, Trust that we know, we've been through the mistakes. We made the mistakes. We spent the money, been through the headache, been through the stress. And now we're giving you the opportunity to learn from our experiences. I didn't have all this starting off. Somebody putting the content out there, and not only just putting it out there, but being transparent about what's going on in the operation. Because in this video, I'm gonna be honest, I've literally probably talked about things that could save y'all hundreds of thousands of dollars, Carter, if you was to quantify how much mistakes have costed us, just this year across the board, what would you just say at a guess?
I would say just being quick from the hip, $30,000 to $40,000.
30 to 40,000. A dollar saved is a dollar earned, man. Would 30 to 40K save your life? So at the end of the day, like, share, subscribe, hit the link in the bio, something like that. If you got any value, or if you're interested in rocking with Triple M, because we can help you out for sure. Would you just ask me? Type it in. So sometimes we have these language barriers. Muy poquito español, but I'm in training. Más o menos. But yeah, we use the technology, Google Translate. So my guy trying to communicate a message to me. ¿Qué clase de perfume usas? What kind of perfume you wear? Creed. I use Creed, my friend. Uh-huh. He do his job right, I may pop up with a gift, you know what I mean? Will's intentional because we got downtown views here. So although we can't maximize them from the other floors on these interior units, we do have a unit all the way on the end. So we did add more windows to this unit to maximize that view. So I'm gonna show y'all how it looked on the inside. But bro, we got 8 different units. Of course, they look similar from the outside, black, white, black, white, black, white. But these are completely different units all throughout of them, y'all. Like my designer went crazy with the paint. We literally got like 4 to 5 different paints in each unit, different tile packages, different lighting packages, and we ain't even getting to the furniture yet. Best door plug in the game. Other developers out here are paying, I guarantee you, double, sometimes triple the amount that I'm paying for doors like this. And guess what? The people that get my plugs are the people that's on the inside of the community. So if you want to know, join Triple M. That's just one of my plugs. That's just one. So, you know, after building 40 houses or so, you start building connections and relationships with people, and you start getting more competitive pricing. So it's a little dark in here. No, somebody pissed in this toilet. Yep. Somebody peed in there. This shit look good.
Yeah, it's been
check it out.
impossible to stop.
Yep, all different units. We got our sconces. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I like the floor of this. We got the checkerboard tile, we got the penny tile here.
Just gotta hang the mirrors.
So my goal was to have nice sized bedrooms. I hate very small bedrooms. So some people like to put all the bedrooms on one floor, whereas we put one on the first floor, we put one on the second floor, and we put 2 on the third floor. That way we can have a large, true master, because you got people out here calling primary master bedrooms. They ain't really masters, they 10 by 10, not a master. But to have good, true masters and nice size secondary bedrooms. So this is the kitchen living room area. As y'all can see, completely different colors, completely different design than the other unit y'all seen. Shit, then we got another bathroom here. Bro, I'm telling y'all, hey, we gonna put it in there, bro. Sauce Walker just pulled up to this project and went crazy, man. So, like I was telling y'all, we was able to maximize the view downtown from, you know, pretty much every floor in this unit. So, right now we're on the second floor, this bedroom. We'll be able to see downtown views, even from the kitchen area. We put some windows here that's different than the other units. So even though this is the lowest point of the lot, still high enough to get those views of downtown. I'll tell you one thing, next time we do something like this, we're gonna have to put an elevator in the budget. Cause these steps, man, Carter, how much weight you think you done, how much steps you think you done took?
I think I'm averaging 20,000 a day.
Crazy, bro.
This project doubled that.
Yeah. Primary bedroom. Like I said, man, we wanted this thing to feel big, huge. Got downtown views from this primary bedroom. Large master bathroom. Really loving this tile. Went with the nice little sconces. We wanted that upscale Soho vibe, that luxury vibe in here. This thing nice. Spent a lot of money on it. Custom closets, of course. Tell you, our painters, they earn their money on this job. Bedroom after bedroom after bedroom.
So we'll have railing coming in next week. That'll be the same height as that black iron railing. We're getting it fabricated. We got quotes to get the materials, and just the materials were gonna be like $38,000. And then we got a quote to fabricate and do all labor and all materials for 40. So save $20,000 right there just by doing it ourselves and bring that in-house instead of hiring installers to install somebody else's pre-made product. And then just for safety, we know these are Airbnbs. We know that people are gonna be up here drinking, using the hot tub. So we're putting 10 foot of glass along that edge and along the middle divider just to give a splash guard and a second layer of safety in case anybody's sitting on the edge of that hot tub or leaning back too much. But all this is 44 inches high and above code, safe as can be. We're pushing, based on where our final grade is, we're pushing the maximum height allowed with these kitchen rooftops. And we knew if there was any issue that it'd be a simple fix. Everything below here is completely fine. It was just maybe that ceiling, depending on where our final grade lands, is gonna be down to the inch about whether it's under max height. And we could solve that by lowering that or just by bringing grade up a few inches. Because we know it's within a couple inches. It's
Bro,
close.
these fucking inspectors, like, bro, what does footprint mean?
Footprint means the space we're covered on the ground.
Okay, so they're saying the footprint of the dadu has to be under 700 square feet. So
First floor.
the footprint, that's what footprint means. So we revised it, and then he goes, the cantilever on the second floor counts in the footprint. I said, that's not a footprint. What does footprint mean? How does the second floor?
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about at that point, because how does the second floor count towards the footprint? You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, I literally feel like these guys make up rules as they go, because it's the same exact dadu that we had permitted less than, what, 6-7 months ago, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they are just doing whatever they
Like,
want.
he's literally making up rules. Like, I literally done shot this back and forth like 3 times.
Yeah.
And now he's like, well, the cantilever portion on the second floor counts as the footprint. I said, doesn't footprint mean the first floor? So now I'm about to see what he says to that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's
Supposed to
probably gonna
count.
pull something else out of his ass, and
An overhang should not count.
that doesn't. It doesn't. Like, it literally says that, and he literally says the cantilever counts. The upper portion is cantilever. The cantilever portion would also count as building footprint.
Not in the way we've only ever been told and dealt with.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, changing the rules.
All right, so we're leaving one site, heading to the bank. It's Friday. Friday is always a payday. Everybody want to get their money on Friday, so heading to the bank, about to grab some cashier's checks. Make sure my guys are happy and paid with their money so they could continue to work for me. But yes, sir, so I go to the bank, pick up this money. Then one of our Triple M members, shout out to Brian. Brian joined Triple M back in May. And he just closed on his first development. So yeah, Brian joined Triple M back in May, contracted his first deal within 3 weeks. Had some title issues that we had to work through, but we worked through it. We helped him get financing. Now he just closed on the deal. Now we're about to help him get through permitting. We already got a general contractor for him, and he's about to build the house and make this money. Shout out to Brian, bro. But Brian is no different than the person watching this video that want to be the next Brian. All you gotta do is make that decision, take action, stay focused, and push through. Keep working, stay prayed up too. If you found any value in this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe. But also, most importantly, if you're interested in getting into construction, if you're interested in just getting into real estate and taking that first step, whether it's wholesaling, whether it's doing large development deals like this, Triple M got you. We have a large community of not just me, but other successful investors that started off wholesaling, or they started off doing fix and flips. They've transitioned into construction, or like I said, they started from not doing a deal at all and just got their feet wet and made their first dollar in real estate. We got you. Hit the link for $997. We got pre-recorded courses. We have bi-weekly live Zoom training sessions where you get all your questions answered, things like that. And we have numerous tools, numerous documents, numerous resources to help you out. Not only the YouTube content that I put out for free, but also exclusive content that never even make it to YouTube. You get access to that. And for anybody that's watching this that's already a part of Triple M, keep leaning in. We got you. We support you. Tap into the resources. And at the end of the day, man, I'm not any different than y'all. I'm showing y'all an inside look of a $10 million development deal. And guess what? It's no different than doing one house. Yes, there may be more problems. Yes, there may be more mistakes. Yes, it may be more time, more money, more stress. But at the end of the day, the basics are the same, okay? I just showed y'all us dealing with it with 8 houses instead of 1 house, okay? So y'all lean into it, start with 1 and then scale from there. Let's get it.
It's all about progress, you can't stop now. Take a step every day, look back and see miles. Could make it to the top if you stop looking at the ground. Today, smile on my face, may not go my way. Still got my faith, so I'll be okay. I'll be okay.